If you have not heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. It's called Anchor. You can download it today at the Play Store. Peace. Support the work of Strike 7 Sports by heading to Fanatics.com and purchasing officially licensed gear from the NFL, the NBA, and more. Each purchase made through the text link below goes into the funding of the Strike 7 Sports brand. To proceed, go to the link strike7sports.com/fanatics. I say again, strike7sports.com/fanatics. Thank you.
One thing I can say to this media, because this media gets kind of up sometimes when it comes to me. We don't have our full roster. Y'all know we don't have our full roster. Stop asking me stupid questions about if I feel like I can do something. If I had my roster like they did, then I feel like I can do whatever I want to do. I'm coaching really hard. My boys are playing really hard. I'm not embarrassed about nothing. We have 4 freshmen starting. Y'all need to act like it. Act like we got 17, 18, 19-year-olds out here trying to learn how to play against 22, 23, and 24-year-old guys. Come on, man. Stop disrespecting me, bro. Like, don't do that. I work too hard. I work way too hard for that. Y'all read all these articles about me, and all I do is work. We got young kids on the floor. They got young kids on the floor.
All right, man. So those are the words of Memphis Tigers head coach Penny Hardaway. So what's good, y'all? This is my boy. It's your boy Derek Branch here, Strike7Sports.com. Joined by my co-host Brian Botta, Leo Seaberry. This is another episode of Strike 7 Sports Podcast. We're talking about Memphis on YouTube tonight, and we're gonna recap the win over the Cincinnati Bearcats. So I played that video just as a reminder of what the team has gone through and how the team has responded ever since that rant on January 20th, which was the last time the Tigers lost a basketball game. The last time we lost a game. They're 6-0 ever since that loss. And I think if they continue this and they make it to the tournament, there'll be a memorable rant. I think you would have to put that one up there. To me, a memorable rant right there. A memorable post-game rant. If they make it to the tournament, because I think it was that important, and the team has won six straight games. They've beaten Cincinnati. They swept Cincinnati. They beat Houston. I thought it was going to beat them. I was confident. A lot of cats, didn't feel too confident. Even my co-hosts. But I'm gonna leave it alone on that one. But they winning. They're winning right now, and They beat Cincinnati. I was impressed with the victory yesterday. I would say that, to me, Cincinnati probably, I said this in the article today too, in the recap, Cincinnati may be the more experienced team, the more veteran, mature team, but they weren't the more talented team. They weren't the better overall team compared to Memphis. And I saw some points in the game where moments in the game where Cincinnati was trying to do these veteran tactics to get back in the game. Like the time where the guy from Cincinnati tried to hold on for a second, fake the 3-pointer, and DeAndre Williams fouled him. He got to the line, shot 3 free throws. A couple things they were just trying to do to get back in the game, and every time Cincinnati would try to make it interesting, Memphis just got back at them. They just kept the foot on their necks. And like I told y'all, man, I was like, I think I was the only one that was believing this, man. if they could just win 4, 5, 6 games straight, they'd be in good shape. They swept Cincinnati. They beat Houston once. Beat them again. And you win this game against SMU this Saturday, you in good shape. That's all I'm gonna say. You in good shape for a tournament berth. Now imagine if the Tennessee game didn't get canceled and they had won that game. Imagine where Memphis would be at, man, if that game did get canceled. So I think it's looking good for Memphis right now. So just want to ask y'all thoughts, y'all takeaways from that last night's game.
Leo, you want to? I'll go first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I watched it. I was really impressed with Memphis. It got really close in the second half, and they were able to stay calm, cool, collected, and able to maintain their lead. But yeah, this streak is really nice. It also there's some people on Twitter that I've seen that have been people that were criticizing Penny earlier, and I'm like, if anything, this is like the ultimate indictment on how they were playing earlier. That we knew that this team had this in them. They just weren't showing it. So right back to make it. Still not a guarantee now, but they're on the right track. And so, because in my opinion, the only guarantee is when they officially get in, and the only way they can do that is if they win the conference tournament, and they haven't done that yet. But they're on the right track. The thing to watch out for, though, they end up losing before if they don't win the conference tournament. Their resume's good, but those bid stealers are really, that's something that could potentially keep them from getting there. Because last year there were a few bid stealers. So the only way for sure out there solidify is they win the conference tournament, or if you look at the Jelly Bodies of the world, bracketology, they're not in the next four or first or last four in. So that's what I'll be looking for. But right now they're the second to last team in the tournament, and that's good enough. And I think they're winning some tough games. SMU will be a tough one, especially SMU with their small ball 5-out system. I'll be interested to see how Memphis will be able to do that. And it's kind of the whole thing has kind of come full circle after the SMU games when Penny lost his mind, but this team has rallied around that. Now we'll see what they're able to do when they play arguably the best team in the conference in SMU. Leah?
This Larry. I'm here. I'm about to go. I think really, these last few games have been shown, man. This team's legit. When you get a full roster, you get a full slate of your guys. Even though you don't have any Money Bates, you still don't have him yet, unfortunately. You have when you have most of your core guys, and you can get to the mesh. This is what Penny was yelling about. This is what he was saying. If you gave me my full roster, most of my guys, you can see what we can do. And they're doing what they're doing now because of the fact of the matter is they're going to their bread and butter. They're relying on the playmakers are making plays. You got DeAndre Williams, who he's kind of the glue to this team. Like, he keeps this team together. Like, when he plays well, most of the time this team plays well. And you got to give a shout out to Alex Lomax. He's been stepping it up recently. That last game, 9 assists, 0 turnovers against a really good Cincinnati defensive team. He deserves a lot of credit for that. And, he takes a lot of the blame when things don't go well. He seems to get a lot of the finger pointed at him. But you have to give a man his flowers when he does well. And as Brian, in terms of you talking about the bid stealers, I was looking at the bracket. Juggernaut had Memphis as the first team out. Any Cats has them as the last four in. Well, it's the last team in, actually. And so it will be coming down to a bid stealing. Then you, resume-wise, they do have some bad losses. They did lose to Tulane. You lost to Tulsa. Lost to UCF, which wasn't as good as people thought they would be this year. So it's some bad losses. You lost to East Carolina. There's some bad losses in there. But at the same time, the Bama win helps you a lot. You also have the Houston win. You also have a close loss to Murray State, too. Keep that in mind, too. That Murray State team is a ranked squad that they lost to by a few points. And so they're gonna have the chance to sweeten up their resume, but at the same time, I'm not saying they have to win the conference tournament because a lot of times these teams play themselves out. The true teams that are like contenders for spots, they weed themselves out towards the end. But I would say that for them to feel secure about making the tournament, they do need to at least make a run there. Making the NCAA tournament, they need to make a run in the conference tournament.
Yeah, I agree. They need to keep doing what they're doing. Big game this Saturday. It's the game Saturday, right?
Sunday.
Sunday? Oh, yeah, all right. My bad. Sunday against SMU, the team that they last lost to. So, I mean, they look like to me they look like the bigger threat than Cincinnati and Houston. To me, man, SMU looks like a really pesky team to deal with. They've won. I've got the standings pulled up right now.
They just lost.
They just lost again?
Yeah, SMU just lost to Temple.
Wow.
But a key note, they didn't have their best player. So, not saying they should have lost, but that's something important to mention.
I think Memphis could beat them, man. I think they could get them on the road. They're doing really well. Josh Manu, man, has been a really good addition to this squad, man. And you finally get to see what Landis Nolley can do once he's utilized in the right way. DeAndre Williams, I always felt like he was a good player, great addition. Alex Lomax playing like a traditional point guard, pure traditional point guard, get everybody involved. I think that's really good. Doesn't play the hero ball, more role anymore. I just like what I see, man, with this team, bro. It's been a long time coming. Finally coming together after a few years of, COVID and dealing with the NCAA and James Wiseman stuff and guys transferring. Remember, we had it was 3 or 4 guys transferring from the roster last year after NIT. So, I mean, where are those guys now, But it's a good team, man. And Tyler Harris, that's manifesting. So he's helping out as well. I mean, one of the biggest things I see from this year to last year is the scoring. Now you got guys that can score compared to last season where they was getting these gaps where they couldn't score points, lose the lead, and it was just had to battle back to get back into the game. But I don't see that in these last couple of games, man. I don't see that at all this season. Well, for right now, I don't. But should be a good game, man, this Sunday. And I expect Memphis to pull it off, man. What do y'all think?
Oh, God. It's going to be tough, but it's going to two contrasting styles. SMU, they have some bigs, but they're mainly going to play small with that 5-out system. They're going to be tough to beat, but I think Memphis can beat them, especially if Kendrick Davis, their best player, his status is iffy. But obviously, I think he can play. He probably missed today's game. They're like, well, we think we could either beat Temple, but if we lose, it's not the end of the world. Well, we'll see. But yeah, if I had to pick right now, I give SMU the slight edge at home. But I wouldn't be surprised if they win that game.
Got any add, Leo?
Really, these games that start is going to be how they start because last game they really got to a bad start and they never found their footing, and so it's going to be really key. The first 10 minutes really could tell of this game. SMU really a lot of their offense goes through Kendrick Davis, and he was obviously, as Brian just said, he was a key loss. It was a key loss for them the other day, and they failed Temple. But I do feel that that SMU will be back. I do think that they're going to regroup and they're going to retool, and they'll be back on Sunday and give Memphis a great effort. But I do think Memphis pulls this game out simply because I feel like they're just on a momentum drive right now. And when you just have a drive, they don't care about who they're playing. I feel like they just have a fearless mentality that we can beat anybody. You just beat Houston. If you can beat Houston, you can beat anybody in this league. And that's just kind of a mentality that you have, and it's a fearless mentality. You have to have that mentality. You can't be scared of anyone in this conference. The teams that are scared of people, those are the teams at the bottom. And Memphis was one of those teams at first until they found that they realized you can't have that fear mentality. You got to say anybody can be beaten on any given night. So I feel like Memphis is locked in. I feel like they can win, and I feel like they're gonna take care of business.
I feel you, man. I feel you on that one. Hey, so I guess the media, I guess, still trying to poke the bear. So last night I was on Twitter after the game, trying to check out the reactions, the comments, and I saw a quote online from a tweet. Can't remember where it came from. From one of the writers from the Daily Memphian, and not directing at him or anything like that, but it was asking him a question about. They asked Penny a question of does he miss? I'm paraphrasing here, but it was along the lines of, is his team better without Imani Bates? And according to the response, Penny Hardaway stated that he cannot say that right now about him not the team being better with Imani Bates, because he said he's still learning and the team's still growing, and a lot of folks online were kind of upset about that question. So what do y'all think about that? What y'all takeaways from that is?
I personally don't think it's a bad question, but not saying, well, it's kind of puts money in a bad light because it makes it seem like the team is better because he's not playing. It's kind of a bad question. They're trying to set him up. See, if journalists do that, we try to set people up to give the answer that everybody wanted. Everybody wanted him to say a certain answer, but he gave the right answer. It's not you never know. Like, this team was winning with Imani, they were losing with Imani, so without Imani. So it's not as if his absence has been the reason why they're winning. And so I feel like it was a respectable answer. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think, Brian?
This is, to me, not a controversy. They are better without him. Now, it's not a knock against him. It's just most college teams are better when they play their veteran guys, unless if they're the freshmen that play or younger guys that play are the best of the best. And so it's not a knock against Imani. This team is better without him. Now, that doesn't mean when he comes back he can't play a role on this team, but right now they're clicking. They're not meant to be without him. Everyone has defined, and I've been looking at a lot of their games. 8 guys have been playing in double-digit minutes. They may go 9-10, but 8 guys have been playing 10 minutes or more. So I think that's a recipe for success. And so Imani Bates will just have to figure it out. But a bigger question that some people have already started to talk about, what's his future with this program? And a lot of people believe he's one and done. Not one and done got NBA because he can't do that this year. But a lot of people will be surprised that if he'll be back next season.
G League?
Yeah, G League. I wouldn't overseas like NBL. Maybe I could see it if the right college opportunity comes somewhere else. He may just feel like I just need to change the scenery. I could see that happening.
I think personally he should come back, man. Come back, retool, work on your skill set, just refine those areas that you may be weak in, look at the film, work with Penny, and come back, man, because I think he would be better. He would be better as an asset to the team and to himself playing with this program going next season. I think he's going to be the number 1 pick in the draft, according to the experts. So we'll see how everything plays out, man. What else? Y'all think anything else to add to this?
Well, I do feel that, like you say, money not. I can't say like I said, I disagree with Brian on this point about Imani being better, like the team being better without Imani, but I do understand where he's coming from because I feel like the team does mesh. Maybe the chemistry is better, but I feel like the team, when you have a guy like Imani, who I feel like we hasn't seen like his ability to take over like games like that because he really hasn't done that. But I feel like he has that in him, and I feel like that's gonna come out at the right time. And I feel like when it does, it'll be like an asset. He could be an X factor for this team, so I don't want to just cast him away and say he can't be of help to this team, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, I'm the same way. I don't feel like just cast the guy away because he's not playing up to his ability right now. It's the guy's still young, man. Dude came out before high school. After he didn't even play senior year high school, so he has time to grow, man. He thinks just need more room to grow. It's just not his time right now, man. To me. All right, man. That's all we have for y'all for right now, man. Give us a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let us know how you feel about Memphis playing against SMU this Sunday. Do you think they'll win it? Also, if you would like to uh, listen to any other of the Memphis content, check out our Memphis Tigers Talk playlist. Also, description box below. Check out strike7sports.com/Memphis Tigers for latest content on your football and basketball news on the Memphis Tigers program. That's all we have for y'all for right now. Have a blessed night. Please subscribe. Peace. We out.